Hello viewers, welcome to this video in which we are going to see how to invite a student, how a student will join, and then how to take attendance. Because in the previous video I have mentioned that being academicians, taking attendance is an important aspect for documentation purposes, and also to ensure that all the students who have enrolled in the class, they are regularly attending the classes. Right, so now I am in my classroom. So I have already created a subject 16703 computer integrated manufacturing system. So here you can see there are 0 students. So I'll click on this. So now go to people. So the teacher, I am the teacher here, and there are no students. So we'll invite a student, and for this demo purpose so there is a student called G Suit. Of course, it's created for a test purpose. So here I'll invite the student. So here you can say the student has been invited. So now we'll go to students login. So this is the student login. So here you can see there is a invite for him. So I'll click here. So the details are given here. Badrinath, this teacher's name, email ID, what's the subject here, and I can join from here. Or so now this is the classroom of the student. So the moment the student is invited, automatically you can see here the subject has come here, and here he has the option of joining or declining. So if a student clicks joining, so he has joined the classroom. So now this is the student's email ID, student's login. So as I told you other day, so I'll come back here. This is the faculty's this is the faculty's sheet where you can see this link, and this is the student's classroom. Here also you can see the same link. This is what I mentioned in the previous video, that if a student logs into his classroom and then clicks on this link, he will automatically join your lecture. So I'll close this here. So because student has already joined, of course if he goes and then says for people, only the teacher is seeing, there are no other students. So because I have added only one student, if I added all the students, then the student overall, his classmates will be listed out here. So time being, we will come out of this. It will now we'll come back to this classroom. So now we'll see how to, of course here when you go to people, so earlier you saw it was an invite. Now you can see that the student has joined the classroom. So now the next step is to launch your Google Meet, take a class, and also take attendance. So there is no direct method of taking attendance in Google Meet. So what we'll do is, of course Google has given certain Google Chrome extensions using which you can take attendance. So of course when you come back here, of course any of the screens you can click on that. So there is apps button here. So of course I am coming here for some other reason. So when you click on that, so there are other things you can see here, all these Google applications. So we'll go to Google Web Store. So in the search you type meet attendance. So of course there are 2-3 apps here. So of which I found out this is a direct way of doing it. So when I click add to Chrome, it says, do you want to add this extension to Chrome? So you accept it, add the extension. So the moment you add this extension, you can see it sits here inside Chrome. So now it says meet attendance. It's gray in color because we have not yet started any meet. So we'll now come back here to the classroom. So I'll go here. Right. So now I'll start my Google Meet by clicking on this link. So for this demo we don't need camera and the mic. So this is what I said, the nickname of the class. So I'll join now. So again, recollect the previous video. Of course, I showed you in the student classroom login, this nickname or the link will be appearing. The student can directly click and then attend the meeting, because this meeting nickname or this Google Meet link is permanent. Instead, if the student wants to, if you want to send the invite through a social media where he can click and then log in through Google Meet app, then as I told you, you need to copy this and send it to him through WhatsApp or whatever it is, or he can WhatsApp him this PIN number using which he will join it. So time being, we'll close this. So now the meeting has started and this is my screen. So here I can see, so as of now, only the teacher, myself is here, there are no students. So this is the icon for taking the attendance. So this says how many are there, and this is a chat box and how many are there. So now what should I do? So first, switch off this. So this is like a refreshing a button. So it works like this. Every time I click on this icon, a new attendance is generated. So that's because when you start a class, let's assume there are 45 students. So you want to check the starting of the class, how many join. You can also identify the latecomers. You refresh that and take an attendance. Say after 10 minutes, again you want to take attendance to see how many have joined. So every time when you switch off and switch on means the attendance is refreshed. So now here there are two icons. So one is you add a new Excel file, and when you click on this, you add a new Excel sheet to the existing file. So now why do you have these options? Say let's assume first time I create a new Excel file. So here you can see it's only 0. So I switch this on. Now you can see that. So because there is only one participant, you are not able to see the difference. When you have more participants, you will see the effect of refreshing, because here it will show say 56, whereas here it will show only 47, because the last instance it was only 47. So now we will take attendance. Right? So here you can see the date and what is the time at which the attendance was taken. At 15:52 we have taken the attendance, and this is the link, meeting link, and these are the participants, right? So now we'll close this. Maybe now it's after 5 minutes I want to again take an attendance. Now come back here, switch it off, switch it on, again click here. Right? So this was taken at 15:52, this is taken at 15:53. Right, so there are two attendances here. So now the thing is, I initially created one sheet, and whenever I switch it off, switch it on and take attendance, it takes, suppose you take 10 times, all the 10 attendances are taken in the same sheet. Let's assume, for today's class I am taking all the attendance in one sheet. For tomorrow's class I want to take it on another sheet, not on another new file, another sheet, to differentiate. So now I switch it off, I add a new sheet, right, and then I switch it on, and now I take attendance. Now let's see what has happened here. Of course, it takes some time, depends upon your internet speed. If you have good internet connection, then it will generate. So this attendance tab is what was default created, where you took two attendances or two instances of attendances. Now we added one more sheet here, and here you have this attendance. So this way, for every day you can have one sheet, and then you can, of course, automatically this date and time is coming here. Maybe this alone you can rename it. So this is second way of taking an attendance. Now, or if you feel that every day I want attendance to be taken in a new sheet. So now come back here, switch it off. So this is the icon for creating a new Excel file, not sheet, new file. So I click on that, right? Switch it on. Now generate attendance. Now we'll see what happens. Right? So now you can see here, this is a new file. Of course, I'll show you how to do. So attendance is the default name that's given, and it is taken at 3:55 date and time, and this is the link. These are the participants. So these are the three ways in which you can take attendance, right? First is in one single sheet take all attendance. Second is for each of your lecture use one sheet, or for each of your lecture you create new Excel files, right? I think there's no doubt here. So again I repeat here because this is important. Very first time when you take an attendance, because whenever you take an attendance, keep in mind you have to switch it off and then switch it on. That is refresh. You select this icon where you add a new Excel file. So once you have added this new Excel file, then you can take attendance on that. And when you want a new sheet in the same file, you click on this icon. After some time when you want to create a new Excel file, then click on this. But every time you have to switch it off and switch it on. So now my class is over. So I'll leave the meeting. So now here, this is my Google Drive. I told you your attendance will be saved in the Google Drive. So here you can see there are the attendance which you took is available here. Let's open and ensure whether the attendance has been generated properly. So this was taken at 3:55 where we used a new Excel file. So I'll close this, and now we'll open this. So this is the first file which we worked out. So initially there was a default attendance tab, and then we created a new attendance sheet or tab, right? So it is created here, and of course you want to rename it or create a folder called attendance and then shift all these files onto that. So this is how you take attendance for the classroom. So one more thing, last video when I tried to add students in bulk from Excel sheet, there was an issue. Of course that was not an issue, actually I made a mistake. Of course I'll also clarify that here, because basically it's very tedious for the teacher to type in individual email IDs. So now I have 10 email IDs here. Of course I have given random names here. So I'll copy it. So I'll come back here. So go to invite. So I paste it here. So this is where I got stuck up last time. So now I'll click here, add recipients. So now you can see all the 10 email IDs have been selected in one go. So this is 10 here, you can 60, 70, 80, whatever is the number. So now we'll click on invite. So here you can see invite has been, of course there's a dummy email ID, but still, whereas this student has already joined, so whereas invite has been sent to all these people. So this is a shortcut way of putting in all email IDs in one go. So probably that's not needed, it's only for demo purpose. So what I'll do is, so I can remove it, or I can click here and then send an email, sort of a reminder or something. So I'll remove them. So all these things will be removed. So now everything is over. So I'll stop here. Hope up to this it's very clear. So what I'll do is in the next video I'll try to show you how to generate a link which will be passed on to the student through social media, and how a student joins that link from his mobile. So that I'll show you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and if you have any doubt you can contact me over my email ID. Thank you.